Welcome back to Lawrence Cardinals Baseball on 107.7 The Bronx Retro WRRC2. Alongside Dom DeRosa, my name's Ethan Dewar. We're just getting ready for first pitch here on a picturesque, picture-perfect spring afternoon as we bring you our second-to-last broadcast of the season. And Robert Kelly's on the mound as the Cardinals look to improve to 7-9 on the year. Jermaine Tillery is the leadoff batter for the Trenton Tornadoes today, coming in at an 0-11 record. Trenton tries to win their first game of the year. Robert Kelly sets, and the first pitch of the day is in there for a strike. 0-1. Lineup for the Trenton Tornadoes today. Jermaine Tillery is leading off. He's the shortstop. Yasan Tift is doing the pitching and batting second. And Yuri Jimenez is batting third and playing second base. Kelly sets. It'll be an 0-1 pitch. Just missed down low. Or no, that's in there for a strike. 0-2. Behind home plate today for the Tornadoes is John Rodriguez. Gene Felix is in center field. Julian Heredia is at first base. Christian Rivera is at third base. Gene Taylor in left field. And Elias Taylor in right field. Here's the 0-2. That ball's hit in the air, foul to the right-hand side, not a play. So the count remained at 0-2. Robert Kelly taking the mound today for the Cardinals. His first starting pitching appearance of his young high school career. The freshman who we usually find at first base finds himself on the mound today. We have seen him pitch relief in a few outings this year, as we said a little bit in the open. 5.40 ERA and 3 relief outings on the season. He'll deal an 0-2 to Tillery, and that ball's hit on the ground, and that's going to go to the left-hand side past the diving Riley Rivera at second base and into right field. It's a leadoff single for Tillery, and the Trenton Tornadoes have their first base run of the day here in the first.
Well, Tillery right there, the leadoff guy. Of course, you want to get on base in any which way, and that one going opposite field hard enough just to get past the diving Riley Rivera.
So that'll bring up today's pitcher for Trenton, Yasan Tift. Tift is a senior batting from the right-hand side. Tillery leads from first. Not too big of a lead. Here's the first pitch. That's in their first strike, 0-1.
I'm liking the aggressiveness we're seeing early from Robert Kelly, able to control that fastball, what we're seeing so far.
Kelly checks Tillery at first. He's being held on by Ryan Willivier. Here's a throw over. Close play at first, but not in time. Willivier, we usually find him at third base, playing at first base today. Daniel Drozga is playing in the hot corner today, getting his first start of the season for the Cardinals. Robert Kelly looks in at Kellen Moore. All-freshman battery pitcher-catcher combination today. Now another throw over to first, and Tillery dives back in safely. The Cardinals' defense today is presented by Purple Cow Ice Cream. It's Kellen Moore behind home plate, Ryan Willivier at first base, Riley Rivera at second base, Javi Casadilla at shortstop, Daniel Drozga in left field. Runners going, pitches hit on the ground up the middle. Rivera's up with it. He loses the ball. Now here's a throw to first, and that will be in time. Nice recovery by Rivera to at least get one out on the play, but Tillery will advance. 4-3 on the putout, and then there's one away, but Trenton has their first runner in scoring position on the afternoon.
Yeah, you saw him, Tift. I understand he is the pitcher. You're batting second because you got to have both ways in high school with that kind of talent. But Tift, if he hustled a little bit more down that first base line, he would have been saved. So Riley Rivera bobbled that play just a little bit, but he was able to get that out easily at first.
So with one out in the inning, and Tillery advancing to second on the play, and Yuri Jimenez will step in. Batting from the right-hand side is the second baseman, wearing number 17. Kelly working out of the stretch, sets and deals. And that pitch is in their first strike. Third straight batter, first pitch strike. So, as you alluded to, Dom, very effective pitching by Robert Kelly. Just to finish out the defense for the Cardinals, Zach Berardi's in left field, making his first start of the day. Giovanni Brogle, usually we find him in right field. He's in center, starting for the Cardinals this afternoon. And Drew Vandelicato's in right field. Kelly sets at the belt. It'll be an 0-1 pitch. Kicks and deals. That ball's in the dirt. Nice stop by Kellen Moore. Tillery will not make any move to third on that play, and it will stay at second base.
Now, Ethan, I'm going to ask you, do you have your highlighter for first pitch strike and first pitch balls?
I have my blue pen.
Ooh, all right.
First pitch strikes.
We might have a lot of that today.
First pitch strike gets a blue dot. Anything else gets the black. Anyone can ask me anytime for scorekeeping tips.
I will be a lot.
Kelly at the belt. Here's the 1-1. That ball's fouled off behind home plate, not a play. So 1-2. Trent coming into this game 0-11 on the season. And honestly, they've had a tough run this year. No season, obviously, last year due to COVID-19. Went 3-16 in 2019. Already on this season, though, a 135 run differential. They've allowed 155 runs to score, while only scoring 20 of their own. Kelly deals the 1-1. Swung on and missed. 1-2, and that's the first strikeout of the day for Robert Kelly. A swinging strike to Anury Jimenez. And now there's 2 outs in the inning.
Well, Jimenez goes down swinging the twig and missing on that one. It looked like the first off-speed pitch we've seen today from Robert Kelly, a slider possibly or anything like that kind of nature. So Kelly is looking strong despite giving up a base hit and a stolen bag.
So with the first highlighted K in my scorecard, with 2 away in the inning, John Rodriguez, the Trenton catcher stands in. Wearing number 14, batting from the right-hand side. Kelly sets and deals. That ball's lifted in the air, right in the infield. Robert Kelly has a beat on it on the mound. He makes the catch. No runs on 1 hit. No errors and 1 left on base for the Tornadoes. Lawrence comes up to bat for the first time this afternoon. It's Lawrence Cardinals baseball on 107.7 The Bronx Retro, WRRC 2.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
The Lawrence Cardinals come to bat for the first time today. We head to the bottom of the first inning here in Lawrenceville. It's Lawrence Cardinals baseball on 107.7 The Bronx Retro. Beautiful afternoon for America's pastime, and the Cardinals will come to bat, trying to improve to 7-9 on the year as they will face Yasan Tift for the first time today on the mound for the Trenton Tornadoes.
Yeah, this should be interesting. We got to see how Tift delivers on the mound for Trenton despite having no wins this season. So, for Lawrence and what they got to do, Juven Delicato leading off again. I believe this is his 4th straight start where he's leading off, trying to deliver something. You got to try and be patient at the plate if you can. Whenever the pitcher is erratic, try and get on base as much as you can and bring in those runners, of course.
As Tift finished up his final warm-up pitches of the day, I'll give you quickly the Lawrence Cardinals lineup. Juven Delicato is leading off. He's in right field. Giovanni Brogel, the center fielder, is batting second. Ryan Willivier, back in his usual third-place spot, is batting third. Robert Kelly, the pitcher today, is batting in the cleanup spot. Kellen Moore in his usual 5th batting place. Riley Rivera batting 6th and playing second base. Zach Berardi playing left field and batting 7th. Daniel Drozga, the pinch-running expertise that he has, is starting today and batting 8th. And Javi Casadilla at shortstop, rounding out the Cardinals lineup. He bats 9th. Juven Delicato steps in. He's ready. Tift, the medium-sized right-hander, sets at the chest. And the first pitch of the day for him, showing bunt is in Delicato. Pulls it back, though. And that will be the first strike of the day. Juven Delicato had a great game against Hamilton West in the loss. The heartbreaking loss on Tuesday. He was 1 for 3 in that game, with 2 RBIs. Tift sets, here's the 0-1. That pitch is outside and away, 1-1. On Tuesday against Hamilton West, Cardinals are down 8-0. Came roaring all the way back to tie it at 8. And then unfortunately lost 14-8 thanks to a top of the 7th inning offensive. And the 1-1 pitch is in there for a strike, so it's 1-2. An offensive brigade by the Hamilton West Hornets in that game.
Yeah, that one was an unfortunate loss, but the way they came back, it shows how young they are, but how hungry this team really is.
It'll be a 1-2 to Delicato. Tiff sets in the pitch. That ball's hit in the air to left field. Going down is the left fielder Taylor, but that will get out of play, so the count will remain at 1-2. And Delicato scored that tying run against Hamilton West in that 8-run comeback on Tuesday. Thanks to a Javi Casadilla RBI. 1-2 pitch. That ball's hit in the air to center field. Going back on it is Felix. He has a beat on it, though. Lifts up and makes a one-handed catch for the first out of the day, as in Delicato's retired.
Well, that is a little unfortunate to start off, but like I said, if you can get that pitch count going, you can foul off a lot of balls, take a lot of good pitches away from Tiff, then that will be big time. It seems that Tiff really throws some soft stuff compared to anything else.
And that'll bring up Giovanni Brogel. And the first pitch from Tift is in there for a strike, so it's 0-1. Brogel batting 200 on the year. Small sample size, though, just 2 for 10. We've seen him in some pitch hitting instances. Mostly, though, we've seen him on the mound. Here's the 0-1. That ball's hit on the ground at the shortstop. Nice pick by Tillery. Up with it. Throw to first is in time for the out.
Good swing.
Nice play over there by Jermaine Tillery for the putout. 2 up and 2 down for the Cardinals, and that'll bring up Ryan Williver.
Yeah, Jermaine Tillery at shortstop, making that pick look really easy, able to control his balance and make the out, throwing it to first base and getting out. Giovanni Brogel.
So Ryan Williver stands in, batting from the left-hand side. Righty-lefty matchup at the plate, and the first pitch to him is taken outside for a ball, 1-0. Ryan playing first base today. We usually find him in the hot corner at third. But since Robert Kelly's on the mound today, we'll even the 3 position open. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That's taken inside, 2-0. And that was inside, and nothing of out of the ordinary for Ryan. He leads his team in hit by pitches, 9 on the season. The record for the Cardinals is 11. Tiff sets at the chest. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That ball's hit on the ground to the second baseman, Jimenez. He's up with it. Reads the commissioner's logo and throws it over to first for the putout. 3 up and 3 down for the Cardinals. The Trenton Tornadoes will come to bat in the second inning. It's Lawrence Cardinals baseball on 107.7, the Bronx Retro, WRRC 2.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Returns to the mound for Lawrence. It's Lawrence Cardinals baseball on 107.7, the Bronx Retro, WRRC 2. Still scoreless on this beautiful spring afternoon as we bring you our second to last broadcast of the year. We'll be here obviously for today's game against Trenton, and we'll return next week as they take on the Hopewell Valley Bulldogs. My alma mater, Dom, do you know that?
I did not. I did
Hopewell
not
Valley,
know that.
yeah.
Hopewell Valley. Sorry, I was too busy having a really big, fluffy spider on my paperwork here get in the way, so that was a little scary. I had to point it out to you.
As Gene Felix gets ready to stand in, it'll be 5, 6, and 7 for the Tornadoes. I will tell you, as I was doing that inning open, Dom was scurrying next to me, trying to figure out what to do.
You're my only defense, Ethan. Whether it's foul balls or
I don't think a
spiders.
baseball glove would have helped us with that.
No, it would not. I had to flick it away.
Now I'm nervous it's going to crawl on me somehow.
I don't know where it went.
Kelly deals his first pitch of the inning, and that's taken inside for a ball to Gene Felix. Felix, the sophomore, he's playing center field today. Kelly sets full motion, and that ball's in the dirt. 2-0 now. Robert Kelly starting his first game ever in his high school career on the mound today. And we've seen, as much as we've had a pretty functional, high-level staff rotation today, as the 2-0 pitch is swung on a miss by Felix. Big hack there. It seems like the only true starters we've seen for the Cardinals this year has been Alex Pascal, Drew Delicato, and maybe, who else? Who am I missing?
You can even say Giovanni Brogel, I feel like.
2-1 pitch is fouled off behind home plate, so it's 2-2. Yeah, that's right. Gio started a couple games.
Yeah, the consistency with that, right?
Yeah. And it seems like we haven't seen Kellen Moore start again, but he did have such a good outing. I mean, that might have been one of the better pitching performances of the year, was that Saturday morning game against West Windsor Plainsboro South.
Yeah, and definitely for the freshman in the future, we could see him on the bump more.
Alex Pascal is graduating. Drew Delicato, who we're missing as well. He's 2-2 pitches hit in the air to left center right field. And Delicato comes in, makes a two-handed catch. And with a fly out, the first out of the inning is retired.
Well, you just got to keep on focusing on getting those outs. Not everything's about the strikeout when it comes down to Robert Kelly's pitching performance. If you get those and you eat a lot of innings and your Lawrence Cardinals offense can initiate some runs, that is what wins you ball games anyway.
Scoreless top of the second inning, and with one out, Julian Heredia swings and misses.
On the white line.
So it's 0-1 to the junior first baseman. Heredia wearing number 20. I can tell you a first baseman who wears number 20. That's pretty good, Dom. On one pitch. That's in the first strike, 0-2.
That's right. He just recently got hurt.
Hey, I think he's going to be all right. We're talking about Pete Alonso.
Yes.
If anyone
Yep.
was out there playing along. Kelly's got an 0-2. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. 3 pitches, 3 strikes, and the second strikeout of the day for Robert Kelly. And there's 2-way here in the top of the second inning.
Well, Robert Kelly not afraid to show that heat and start up the skillet, looking really good early on. Let's hope he can keep this up against a very struggling Trenton Tornadoes offense, in which I probably just jinxed that.
Well, with 2 in the inning, that'll bring up Christian Rivera, the third baseman. First pitch to him, that's taken just low. 1-0. I have to be honest, I wish I had more information to tell you about the Trenton batters. It just was very hard to find the information online.
Oh, I'm sure.
It wasn't being updated as regularly as we have had the luck for other teams. Time was called behind home plate. Kelly was already in his motion. Seemingly fumbled off the mound, but he's all right. Count remained at 1-0. Kelly sets, and now he delivers. Swung on a miss. Big hack there by Rivera, and it's 1-1.
It seems that the tornado hitters cannot go on those high pitches right now. They're really looking for things low, and if I'm Lawrence, I'm going to keep throwing it high.
1-1 pitch. That's foul off behind home plate. Kelly's got another 2-strike count going here.
Hold the pace up there.
You could even throw stuff in the dirt or anything. You don't have to be too aggressive here, and we sadly seen that in the past for Lawrence. It has hurt their pitchers at times, but you got to understand, you can throw a ball here that could be a strike.
Kelly sets at the belt. It'll be a 1-2 to Rivera. Sweeping curveball, swung on a miss, strike 3. Third strikeout of the day for Robert Kelly, and the side is retired. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left. Get to the bottom of the second inning. It's Lawrence Cardinals baseball on 107.7 The Bronx Retro, WRRC 2.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
It's Lawrence Cardinals baseball on 107.7 The Bronx Retro. We begin the second of the second inning. Yasan Tiff returns to the mound for the Trenton Tornadoes, and it will be Robert Kelly leading off for the Cardinals. First baseman turned pitcher, turned cleanup batter.
I love your enthusiasm, Ethan. You're just so excited for us to come back, and I am too now.
Tiff sets, and the first pitch to Kelly, sticking inside for a ball. 1-0. Robert Kelly batting .279 on the year. 12 for 43. 7 RBIs, 7 runs. Kelly back from the right-hand side. Sweeping curveball drops in there for a strike. 1-1 to Kelly.
And for the Cardinals hitters, you're going to have to get used to all those off-speed pitches right now that Tift has been throwing. You're going to try and have to really lace one.
Tiff like kicking deals, and that's inside 2-1. And as Kelly works the count to 2-1, he does find himself in a 3-way tie for the most amount of walks by Cardinals hitters. 8 on the year. It'll be a 2-1 count, though, and here it is. That's down low, 3-1. Don, my mom reminded me, I have a couple ties to Trenton.
Oh, yeah.
Trenton was my birthplace. How about that?
Yeah, look at that. But look who you're rooting for today, Ethan.
I'm not being faithful to my own personal history. 3-1 pitch. That's just in there for a strike. Caught the edge of the inside zone, so it's a full count.
Now, Ethan, I know it's a little early, but I actually have a surprise trivia question for you.
Oh, I'm not ready.
I know. I understand. This will come after this at-bat.
It'll be a full count offering to Kelly, and that ball's hit on the ground to the third baseman, past the third baseman Rivera, and into left field. And it's going to be a foul ball. Again,
Just foul.
Our angle of where we are comes back to bite us. So the count remains at 3-2.
Yes, so now we have a beautiful day game, correct?
We do.
You know, it's been interesting weather this whole season, and we finally, the past 2 to 3 games, have had
We've had some very interesting weather.
Oh, yeah.
We've had some rain, some sleet, some downpours.
Wind?
Wind has always been here. 3-2 pitch. That ball's chopped foul. Left-hand side, not a play.
Yeah, so my question for you is...
Sure.
Here at the Lawrence Cardinals
Field.
baseball field, yes.
Sure.
We play all day games. And the Chicago Cubs played day games for a very long time until they had lights installed at Wrigley Field.
Here's a 3-2 pitch to Kelly, and that's hit on the ground to the third baseman Rivera. Big chop up to him, long throw to first, and that will bring the first baseman Heredia off the base, and Robert Kelly will be safe at first base. Interesting to see how they score that. I'm guessing it would maybe be an infield hit.
I would chalk that up actually as an E5, honestly. The first baseman had to get off the bag to get that. That was an inaccurate throw right there from the third baseman, Rivera.
So Kelly reaches on the air, and the Cardinals have their first base runner of the day, and he'll be pinch run here, I believe, as I try to get the number for the Cardinals. It'll be Ben Pollack.
Good to see
usual
Paul back.
starter in left field today. Pitch running for the pitcher, Kelly. So he'll lead off first, and Kellen Moore will stand in. Freshman catcher batting an even 300 on the season. Now pick off a 10. Pollock dumps back in, and he is going to be just safe. Nice move by Tiff there. But Pollock dives back in.
Now, Ethan.
Yes.
When it comes to Wrigley Field getting the lights, if you
Correct.
can get me the year would be the big one, but if you can give me the exact date, I'll give you brownie points on that one of when the lights were installed at Wrigley.
Pollock leads up first. Now another throw over.
When they, more specifically, when they hosted their first ever night game.
Was it 1968?
I mean, you're kind of there, but you're not. You have some of the numbers right. 1988.
Okay. Pitch to Kellen Morris taken upstairs and away 1-0. I thought it was earlier than that, but thank you for that. I wish I didn't know. I wish I knew. Was it today? Is that the reason for the question? Is this
Actually,
the anniversary?
No. I just decided to think about that. It's actually August 8th of 1988.
Oh, okay. Pollock leads from first, and that ball's lifted in the air to left field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Pollock will reach second base as Kellen Moore will stop at first base. Cardinals have their first hit of the day, and now there's runners at first and second with no one out.
Well, there you go, kid. Moore, if you want to keep on getting those playing time, get that average going uppity, and that's what Moore has been doing. He has been great with that swing, reaching on those high fastballs. Yet again, it's Kellen Moore to try and start a little rally.
So with runners on first and second, that'll bring up Riley Rivera, playing at his usual second base today. First pitch showing bunt is Rivera, but he pulls it back, and that's going to be taken downstairs for a ball, 1-0. Riley batting .250 on the year. That's an 8 for 32 stat line. 8 runs scored, which makes sense. He does get on a lot. And 2 RBIs, trying to get his third home here. And we'll get a pinch runner here for Kellen Moore. It'll be JT Gordon at first base.
I'm not going to be surprised if we see a double steal because of that move. A lot of pinch runners going into this early on. And with the way Lawrence has been stealing bases, I would say a double steal is quite a possibility.
Tiff stats. Rivera's bunting. Bunt is up the third base line. Rivera's up with it. And he will have no play at first base. It's an infield bunt single for Riley Rivera. And just like that, the Cardinals have the bases loaded with nobody out.
Well, I think Riley Rivera traveled way back to 1988 because he's going old school on that one, showing off the nice bunt right there to bring on the runners and advance them into scoring position. And Riley Rivera is safe at first base.
Well, what a spot here for Zach Berardi. Left fielder making his first start of the year for the varsity squad. Left fielder batting from the right-hand side. He wears number 4. Here's the first pitch to him. That ball's hit fouled on the left-hand side. Nice rip by Zach. You gotta figure he's very excited to be in this position. So the count's 0-1.
Yeah, Berardi's going to be swinging for the fences on this one. It could be but you just got to be patient. Pay attention to what you're going to be getting thrown at.
Infield is in for the Tornadoes. Bases loaded, nobody out. We're scoreless in the bottom of the second inning. Here's the 0-1. Sweeping curveball, and that's in there just upstairs for a ball. So it's 1-1. You can tell the bench loves this. Zach Berardi, who we've seen on the bench, very much being an advocate for the Cardinals this year, finally gets his first start of the year. 1-1 pitch, swung on and missed. Taft got him with the fastball, so it's 1-2.
And that's a rare fastball we've seen today from Taft. A lot of all-speed stuff. If you're going to want to try and get a new starter, you're going to try and go heat, I think.
Pollock at second, Gordon at second, and Rivera at first. Here's the 1-2. The ball's hit on the ground to the shortstop, Tillery. He's up with it. Throw home is not in time. Ben Pollock comes in to score the first run of the day for the Cardinals. They tried to get the force out at home, and I believe the catcher Rodriguez was not on the plate. So the bases will remain loaded. It's an RBI single for Zach Berardi. And just like that, the Cardinals have a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, that was not a bad throw by the shortstop Tillery. One bit aggressive to go home, of course, try and get that nice out. But the catcher, Rodriguez, it seems like he bobbled that and, of course, got away from him from home plate, so safe.
And that'll bring up another first-time starter of the year for the Cardinals, Daniel Drozga. At first pitch, he takes us in their first strike, so it's 0-1. seemingly any time that the Cardinals needed some speed on the base pass, Daniel Drozga was the one that head coach Andrew Scepter went to.
Yes.
Nice to see him back.
Yeah, it's like we're seeing a bunch of prospects being called up and making their major league debut.
Oh, one pitch, and that's low. The ball danced a little bit away from Rodriguez, but he's able to recover on it. So the count will go to 1-1.
It is impressive to see what these kids are doing, I have to say. So bases juice, too. I just hoping for something that can really get this game wide open.
1-0 Cardinals here. Still no one out in the inning. Bases are loaded. Here's the 1-1 to Drozga. Big hack there. He just got a piece of it. So it'll be 1-2. Daniel Drozga playing in the hot corner today as Willivier moves over to play first base as Kelly takes the mound. Quite a spot to throw you in.
Yeah.
Better him than me, though.
You know what amazes me?
Here's the 1-2 to Drozga. Sweeping curveball fouled off behind home plate. It'll remain at 1-2. What's that done?
I don't think I've told you this before, but if I have, I apologize. Out of Major League Baseball, there's really only considered 3 excellent defensive third basemen, defenders. You know what I'm saying? You got Chapman, Manny Machado, and Nolan Arenado. Not in that order, but excellent.
Here's the 1-2 to the Cardinals' third baseman, and that's in there. Strike 3 called. Drozga's frustrated with himself on that one. So Tift gets the first one retired here in the bottom of the second inning. Bases still remain loaded. One run already home for the Cardinals in the inning. And that'll bring up the 9th place batter, Javi Casadilla. We're going to get a quick break as the umpire's talking to the third base coach for the Cardinals. I'm not sure about what.
No, it seems like they are departing. I don't know what that was about. We should be back within that time. Could be going over sign. I don't know what that is for. An umpire with one of the third base coaches. You don't see that every day.
Well, Rodriguez and Tiff took the moment to have a quick meeting at the mound, and Rodriguez is now jogging back to behind home plate. And in steps Javi Casadilla, switch hitter batting from the left-hand side. Bases are loaded. One run already home for the Cardinals. Infield still in for Trent. Tiff sets, and the first pitch is taken down and away, 1-0. Casadilla at his usual shortstop position today. Tiff sets, and here's the 1-0 pitch. Upstairs and inside, 2-0. In the game against Hamilton West on Tuesday, Javi batted out of the 9th hole, and he was 1 for 3 with an RBI. Also reached on an error in that game. Tiff long looking at Rodriguez. It'll be a 2-0, and here it is. Casadilla chops that one foul over to the right-hand side. Now to play. 2-1 now. We want to remind you that now you can listen to Lawrence High School Baseball on the all-new 107.7 The Bronx Retro in your car. Search and download WRRC2, our free mobile app from the Apple and Google Play Store to listen to every Cardinal home game this season in your vehicle. You can hear Dom and I cavernously run through your vehicle. Casadilla chops the 2-1 pitch on the ground at the second baseman. Only play will be to first base. The run will come in to score for the Cardinals. And with the RBI fielder's choice, Casadilla has his first RBI of the day, and it's 2-0. Lawrence Cardinals.
Good approach by Casadilla. The last 2 things you ever want to do in that situation, bases loaded, 1 out, is a pop-up into the infield or a double play situation that would end the inning and only give you 1 run. So a nice 2-0 lead right now for the Cardinals. And you're right. I would love to hear us in my own car.
First pitch to Drew Vindelicato as the Cardinals will go back to the top of their lineup here in the second inning. Is taken low and inside for a ball. 1-0.
You know, Ethan, if I didn't make it today, it would have been nice. I would have listened to you. Maybe not in my car, but I would have listened.
Are we gonna let the people in on how you almost didn't make it today?
Well, I'll just say, got my second shot.
1-0 pitches down in the dirt, so it's 2-0. Runner was thinking about coming home, but Riley will not make the long turn down third base. So he will remain at third.
And, yeah, just the side effects sometimes. You just don't feel your best. And I felt that pretty early in the morning, so But I feel much better, so it's been good.
Dom and I are both now double vaccinated.
Yeah.
I'll be fully clear on the 25th of May.
Ooh. Now, what is the...
Where's the 2-0 in Delicato? And that ball's taken down and inside, so it's 3-0. Berardi's at second. Rivera's at third. 2-0 Cardinals here. 2 outs now in the inning, though.
And with
What was
first
your
base,
question,
I was going to say two things. With first base open and a 3-0 count, I'm expecting the Delicato to just take a walk. And what is the approach to when you get your second vax? When can you be,
They say a 2-week period
2
to
weeks.
avoid.
Okay.
3-0 pitch is taken all the way by Drew Vincent, their first strike, 3-1.
I kept thinking 3.
No, I think it's 2 weeks. I think that's just because they want to allow the incubation period to go through, and then you absolutely know you're clear, and then you're protected.
Never come to me for advice.
I don't believe that.
Thank you.
It'll be a 3-1 from Tift, and here it is. That ball's hit on the ground to the second baseman, Jimenez. He's up with it. Long leaping throw over to first base is dropped by the first baseman, Heredia. That ball's going to go all the way into foul territory. Rivera comes in to score. Here comes Berardi in to score. A brutal error for the Trenton Tornadoes on what should have been the inning-ending out. And with that error, it's 4-0 Cardinals.
Yeah, chalk up an E4 on Jimenez. I was going to be honest. I couldn't say it because you were speaking on the play. But when that throw was made, I just said, that's a little high for the first baseman right there, Heredia. And that went over his glove up and got past him, Drew Delicato advancing to second base. So what a way to make on that error.
So with the inning continuing, Giovanni Brogel steps to the plate, and he takes a ball in there for a strike, so it's 0-1. The Cardinals catch an unbelievable break for the Trenton Tornadoes. A huge, costly 2-out error allows 2 runs to score. 4 runs home in the inning for the Cardinals, and Indelicato stands at second as Tiff steps off the mound, and Indelicato returns to second. Brogel's 0 for 1 on the day. He grounded it to the shortstop, Tillery, in the first. And Delicato held on by Jimenez, and the 1-0 pitch is hit on the ground up the third base side, and that ball will go just foul. Rivera was charging in on it, but the ball went foul, so it's 0-2.
That honestly wasn't that bad. That was very close to actually being a fair ball. That was almost down the line, and it could have been a fair ball soon, but it was not.
So Braga returns to the plate, checks the swing, and yet again in this inning, Tiff looks to get out of this, keeping it right where it is. 4 runs home in the inning for Lawrence. It'll be an 0-2 pitch to Brogel. And Delicato leads from second. Here's the 0-2. Brogel checks his swing. He went around, but the ball gets away from the catcher, Rodriguez. And it will not be in time at first base, as Rodriguez will not throw it. A drop third strike has Brogel reach to first. And Delicato advances to third. And the inning continues.
Oh, yeah, we might be here until the time next season starts, because it seems that the Tornadoes cannot catch a break. Everything is just going into chaotic mode. And, yeah, a lot of wild pitches should have been blocked by catcher Rodriguez, and this inning is still alive for Lawrence to do some more damage.
And in steps Ryan Willivier, someone who can definitely do the damage. And the first pitch to him is in their first strike, so it's 0-1.
You know, Ethan, I'm still waiting for that home run. In fact, if it's an opposite field home run, it would make my call just a little bit better. But we'd have to wait. Ryan Willivier's got to really swing the twig, if he wants me to say it.
So Brogel leads from first and Delicato at third. Tiff sets and works out of the stretch. Sweeping curveball. Brogel's running. There will be no throw down to second. I believe that will be marked as defensive indifference, as no one was defending second base.
We got it this time. We got it this time.
It's another runner in scoring position for the Cardinals. It'll be a 1-1 to Willivier. Tiff sets at the chest. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That ball's chopped on the ground to the first baseman, Heredia. He's up with it. He will tag first base himself for the out. And that will retire the side. But not before 4 runs on 3 hits, 2 errors, and 2 left on base. It's 4-0 Lawrence. We are at the top of the 3rd inning. It's Lawrence Cardinals baseball on 107.7 The Bronx Retro, WRRC 2.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
4-0 Lawrence as we head to the top of the third inning. It's Lawrence Cardinals baseball on 107.7 The Bronx Retro. Alongside Dom DeRosa, my name is Ethan Dewar. In the bottom of that second inning, the Cardinals batted around, put 4 runs across. Only on 3 hits, though. They got some help thanks to the Trenton Tornadoes in the field. 3 errors by Trenton. And there's 4 runs home for the Cardinals.
Yeah, I've said it, and I'm going to say it again. Walks and errors kill you as a team and as a pitcher. And for Trenton, it seems like we could not get out of that half inning. But you know what? I'm not going to complain because look at the score. 4-0 Cardinals. I love to see that. The Cards just keep getting better and better as we witness these youngsters play on the field. Robert Kelly has really been dealing too, by the way. Those strikeouts... Your scorecard must be highlighted like a coloring book right now.
Well, 3 Ks in my book are highlighted, mentioning the 3 strikeouts for Kelly. And he will face 8-9-1 due up for the Trenton Tornadoes here in this inning. Trenton wearing their road gray uniforms.
I like them. I do like them a lot. A little bit of red and dark gray with Trenton on it, right?
Gray pants, gray tops. Trenton across the front in regular script in red.
You know what I like about them the most, too? You got the red sleeves to kind of show that secondary color. I really like their uniforms, but the Cardinals, of course, have better ones. So
Cardinals in their home white pants, black tops, alternative, if you will, today. First pitch of the inning to Gene Taylor, and that's in there for I believe, a strike. 0-1.
No, it was the ball. I mean, even our our scoreboard all the way in the outfield didn't know.
So the 1-0 pitch, and that's in the dirt. 2-0 to Taylor. Taylor sporting number 6, back from the right-hand side. He's a left fielder today for the Tornadoes, as they seemingly try to get some runs across here. As we said, they do allow a lot of runs, and unfortunately they don't score that many as well. As the 2-0's in the dirt, 3-0. And you wonder how much that long inning might have had an effect on Kelly on the mound right now.
Yeah, if I'm Robert Kelly, with the way, no disrespect, but with the way Trenton plays, I would throw a meatball.
3-0 pitch, and that's in the dirt. And I believe that's ball 4. Unless, did he foul it off?
No, they called one a strike. He might have fouled. That was hard to see.
It off. So 3-1 to Taylor. David Funderburg is on deck. He's the designated hitter today for Trenton. Kelly working out of the full motion. Kicks and deals. 3-1 pitch, and that's in there for a strike. 3-2. Nice clutch pitch there by Kelly to get the full count. His first full count of the day. And Dom, as you alluded to, very effective today.
Yes, he has.
Only has given up 1 hit so far on the afternoon. 3 strikeouts, no walks. 3-2 pitch swung on and missed by Taylor. Strike 3. Got him swinging on the fastball. 4 strikeout of the day for Robert Kelly. And there's 1 away here in the third.
Well, highlight your scorebook because that is another one for Robert Kelly looking really good. And like I said before, it seems that this Trenton team's still looking for stuff down low and nothing else.
So with the yellow K in my scorecard, the first pitch at Funderburg is swung on a miss. Strike 1. Got to switch to blue now. That's a first pitch strike.
I forgot you did that too.
Oh, it's a whole system.
In between the lines. Make sure for that.
1 pitch is upstairs. 1-1.
I could never color in between the lines. I would always be that kind of kid.
Hey, it's all good. 1-1 pitch from Kelly. That's inside. No, it's in there for a strike. 1-2. Thought it was inside, but he gets the call from the home plate umpire. Robert Kelly looks for his 5th strikeout of the day. It'll be a 1-2. He kicks and deals. Ball's fouled out off behind home plate, not in place. Count will remain at 1-2.
You know, Thunderbrew reminds me of a Jose Ramirez. He kind of has that shape like him, everything like that.
He does. Batting from the left-hand side. 1-2 again. That's upstairs. 2-2.
Same hair.
No further.
He's right. I wonder if we have any Indians fans listening.
Yeah, Fuzzy on YouTube is listening. That would be great.
Fuzzy, one of the best YouTube baseball channels. 1-2 again, way upstairs with that one, and it's 3-2. Another full count offering here from Robert Kelly.
He's not my favorite, though. I'll tell you mine. I wonder what yours is, but I go Shelf on YouTube.
I got to give him more time. Payoff pitch. Swung on and missed. Another swinging strikeout for Robert Kelly. That's his 5th K of the day. And there's 2 away here in the third.
Well, make sure you don't lose any of that highlighter because, man, I think that's going to keep on going if the I can't even. With Trenton hitters right now, it is just not looking good.
So we head back to the top of the trend lineup with 2 away here in the third. And that'll bring up Jermaine Tillery. Tillery has the only hit of the day for the Tornadoes, and he laces that one into center field just past the outstretched glove of Riley Rivera and into center field for a base hit. Tillery's 2 for 2 on the day, has all 2 hits for the Trent Tornadoes. And that'll bring up the pitcher you saw in Tift.
Well, both of the Tornadoes' hits came into that second base area. Riley Rivera trying to make a really good attempt to snag that, but could not get it. And next thing you know, a runner on base. You got to try and start something if you're the Tornadoes.
So with 2 outs in the inning, Tillery leads from first. Held on by Williver. Runner's going. Pitch is fouled off to the right-hand side and out of play. So it'll be 0-1. Tift grounded down the first. When he's not on the mound, Tift also plays infield for the Tornadoes. He'll be wondering if Tillery will be going again here. Maybe the Trent Tornadoes will show some aggression on the base pass, especially with 2 outs in the inning. Running and going again. That ball's lifted in the air to center field. Coming in on his Brogel, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. Tillery will advance all the way to the third as the throw comes in. Drozga with a nice pick to keep that ball right in front of him and not let anything else happen for the Tornadoes on the base pass. And Tift stops at first base, so there's runners at the corners with 2 outs here in the third.
Well, Tift has been doing pretty well on the mound despite 3 errors that make him not look as good. So, getting a nice hit. Runner advances to the third. You have runners on the corners. The Tornadoes can try and swirl something around here.
So Robert Kelly on the mound, facing his first real challenge of the day. Sent up the first 2 batters of this inning down with strikeouts. 2 hits, though, and there's runners at the corners. And the first pitch to Anuri Jimenez is taken down and away for a ball, and it's 1-0. Jimenez did strike out, the first one of the game for Kelly, back in the first inning. And if the Tornadoes want to try to come back in this game, you figure they got to have to do something here. Kelly sets, 1-0 pitch. That's in there for a ball, and it's 2-0. Onuri was a late addition to the lineup. He wasn't in it, actually, in the first iteration. We were notified just before game time that he was batting third today for the Tornadoes. 2-0 pitch, that's right down the middle for a strike taken, and it's 2-1.
It seems that Robert Kelly, too, besides this half inning, has been getting out pretty quickly that we wanted to see within this game.
Runners at the corners, there'll be a 2-1 Jimenez. That ball's taken just down and away, so it's 3-1. And with the cleanup batter for the Tornadoes, John Rodriguez, on deck, you really might want to try to avoid the walk here. It'll be a 3-1. Kelly sets and deals. Swung on and missed. Big time pitch there by Kelly, and it's 3-2 now.
Yeah, and that looked like ball 4 for Kelly as well.
Well, in the first 2 strikeouts of the inning for Robert Kelly, they were on 3-2 counts. It'll be a 3-2 to Jimenez. We'll see what he can do. Defense goes back with 2 strikes. Runners are going, and the pitch is swung on and missed. Strike 3. Well, Robert Kelly has 3 strikeouts when he gets the count full. Continues that trend to get the 3rd out of the 3rd inning. No runs home on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left on base for the Tornadoes. 4-0 Cardinals as we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. It's Lawrence Baseball on 107.7 The Bronx Retro, WRRC 2.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Lawrence Cardinals will come to bat here in the bottom of the 3rd inning, trying to add to their 4-run lead. It's Lawrence Baseball on 107.7 The Bronx Retro, WRRC 2. Now it's the perfect time to remind folks that Alexa loves the all-new 107.7 The Bronx Retro. Download the free WRRC2 skill to listen to Lawrence High School Baseball on your Amazon Echo device. Simply say, Alexa, play 107.7 The Bronx Retro to hear the Cardinals anytime you want on the all-new 107.7 The Bronx Retro.
Be careful. Alexa might have heard you right there.
It'll be 4, 5, and 6 due up for the Cardinals here in the 3rd inning. It was this same order that led off in the 2nd inning as the Cardinals batted around, put 4 runs across on only 3 hits. 3 errors, though, the Trenton Tornadoes made, including a timely throwing error by the second baseman Jimenez that allowed 2 runs to score. That was off the bat of Drew Delicato. And as Tift throws his final warm pitches of the inning, so far we've seen some great pitching today by Robert Kelly as he steps up to the plate.
Yeah, Robert Kelly, 6 punchies matching his jersey number, and he got out of a nice jam in the top of the inning. Runners on the corners. What does he do? Strike out any of the hitters that he's facing. So he has been very effective on the mound.
Struck out 1 in the first, 2 in the second, and struck out the side in the third. He stands in here. He's 0 for 1 in the day. He reached on an error in the second inning. That kicked off the whole 4-run second for the Cardinals. Tiff sets and deals, and the first pitch is hit on the ground past the diving third baseman Rivera and into left field for a base hit. There's his first base hit of the day. And just like that, the Cardinals have the leadoff runner aboard.
Yeah, I think Robert Kelly, his nickname is no longer going to be Clutch Kelly. It's going to be MVP. So that is a little hint right there as of the way the game is going right now.
Well, just like the second inning, we're going to get a pinch hitter here for Kelly. And I believe it looks like Ben Pollock, and it is. Ben Pollock, usually we find him in left field, not in the starting lineup today. Heard him joking with Coach Scepter before the game that he's excited to pinch run today, and here he is. And Kellen Moore takes a pitch in their first strike, so it's 0-1. Kellen had the first base hit of the day for the Cardinals back in that second inning, so he's 1 for 1 in the day. Coming into this game with a very respectable 300 batting average.
Dirt ball read! Dirt ball read!
So Pollock leads from first. It'll be an 0-1 to Kellen. Tiff sets and deals. Pitch out. Now a throw back to first base, and the ball's going to get away from the first baseman, but not far enough for Pollock to advance. So it's 1-1. Dom, I have to answer your question about my favorite baseball YouTuber.
Oh, that's right.
I would have to say either... I do like Jolly Olive's videos.
All right.
Do you know him?
Yeah, I haven't watched him much, but yes.
I have a little bit of as Tiff deals the 1-1 pitch, and that catches the zone for a strike. So it's 1-2 to Kellen. I'm a little biased. I enjoy Giraffe Neck Mark.
Well, yeah,
because he's a Mets fan.
I know he's good. He's not bad. I mean, he doesn't really do the show 20 that much or 21 that much.
As Tiff sets at the belt, now a throw over to first, and very close to that one, but not in time to get Pollock as he dives back in safely. 4-0 Cardinals. We're in the third inning. Cardinals got the leadoff runner aboard here, trying to add to their lead. Runner at first, no one out, and Kellen Moore is about to take a 1-2 pitch. Tiff looks in and gets a sign from Rodriguez. Pollock leads from first. He's going. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That's inside, and that hits Kellen Moore. Got him right in the arm. He seems fine, though, and he jogs down to first base. And now there's runners at first and second, with nobody out yet again here in the third.
Kellen Moore finding his way on base. I believe that's the first hit by pitch we have seen for his sake at home. So Moore getting on base. And we're going to also see Gordon take over as the pinch runner again.
Just like in the second inning, Ben Pollock comes in for Robert Kelly, and JT Gordon comes in for Kellen Moore at first. So they're at first and second respectively, and Riley Rivera digs in. Second baseman is 1 for 1 on the day. Both runners are going double steal attempt. Rodriguez throws down to third. Not in time. We're waiting for the call from the umpire.
On the bag!
And it is a successful double steal for the Cardinals. And just like that, runners are in scoring position here in the third. Aggressiveness from head coach Andrew Scepter.
And no outs, too.
Pitch was in there for a strike to Riley. Tiff sets and the 1 pitch that's taken inside for a ball, 1-1. Dom, I will tell you though, you know who I really enjoy YouTube-wise is Foolish Baseball.
Okay, yeah.
And you know why? I love his documentary type style.
Yeah.
And it's been a good way for me to introduce some really cool stories about baseball to my girlfriend.
Oh, why not to me?
1-1 is in there for a strike, so it's 1-2. Because you already know the game.
But yeah, like I know, well, if you say so. No, I do. I love the game. I saw a video from him on a documentary about Jeff Mathis, the backup catcher.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, just got designated for assignment from the Atlanta Braves, but
1-2 to Rivera. Swung on and missed there. Ball gets away, though, and Rodriguez will have to throw it into third. Here comes Pollock cutting home. They get the runner at first, and the throw home not in time. Beautiful base running by Ben Pollock to sprint home as soon as Rodriguez threw the drop third strike down to first base. So he comes in to score. Advancing on the throw was JT Gordon. So I believe it's a strikeout with an RBI for Riley Rivera.
Well, that is crazy. You don't see that. Really nice base running from Pollock all the way from third to go home. Really nice play. Heads up play from Pollock on the base paths.
So with the infield in, Zach Berardi is up again. Left fielder getting his first start of the season today. And the first pitch him is swung on and missed. Ball got in the dirt a little bit, but nice stop by Rodriguez. So it's 0-1. 5-0 now. Lawrence. We're in the third inning, 1 out. JT Gordon is still at third base.
And like I was saying about Jeff Mathis, before that crazy sequence just happened, it was explaining why Mathis is still in the league despite being one of the worst hitters of all time. So his framing and catching ability is what makes pitchers love him behind the plate.
0-1, another swung on and missed by Berardi, so it's 0-2. Berardi's frustrated himself on that one. He chased a curveball very much out of the zone. But it's 0-2. Berardi reached on an infield single, so he already has a single with an RBI on the day. Back in that second inning. Pitch is swung on and missed. The ball gets away again by Rodriguez. He will throw it under first in time, and Gordon's coming home, and he will score. Same exact play happens again. Just heads up base running by the Cardinals as Gordon cut down from third base as soon as Rodriguez made the play to first on the drop third strike. Another K with an RBI, this time for Zach Berardi, and it's 6-0 Lawrence.
Well, look at that. 2 strikeouts from Lawrence Cardinals hitters, and you still bring in 2 runs from third. That is unreal. I really like what we've been seeing. We've been seeing those stolen bases and everything like that more and more from Cardinals players. So that is a tremendous job right now from Coach Scepter and Gordon.
So with the bases clear, Daniel Drazga swings at a changeup down and away. So it's 0-1.
Of course, Pollock too. Almost forgot to mention him.
Drazga back from the right-hand side, playing third base today. Tiff sets, and there's the 0-1. That ball's fouled off to the right-hand side out of play, so it's 0-2. Drazga in fear of striking out again. He struck out looking in the second inning. Tiff sets, working out of the full motion. He kicks and deals. There's the 0-2. Drazga just got a piece of that one. Stays alive at the plate, and it's 0-2. 4 Ks in this game already for Tift. And there's a quick meeting at the mound as Rodriguez will walk that ball back to Tift. Dom, I have a funny story to tell you. This is breaking the action. So as you were... So if anyone's checking the MLB scores today, the Giants defeated the Red 18-1. Is that what it was?
19-4, I believe, was the
19-4
final.
the final. I mean, unbelievable offensive performance by the Giants. We've seen that from that team. We can go on and on about that. So when we were in break, Dom goes, the Reds came back in a 1. And it took me by surprise. I was like, there's no way they scored that many runs.
You believed it.
Here's the 0-2 by Tift, and that's upstairs and away. So Drazga takes the ball, so it's 1-2. Last night, I was downstairs in my house, and we had the Atlanta Braves and New York Mets games on. If anyone knows, I'm a Mets fan. I go in the kitchen, and my mom goes, it's 8-0 Atlanta, and I come running back in. I'm like, what happened? I'm thinking in my head, what could have gone wrong? And the 1-2 pitch is cut off by Drazga. So I've gotten 2 days in a row now duped into thinking that there were some crazy scoring events in the MLB.
Is your mom a Mets fan?
She is, but I think she enjoys getting me to laugh and, playing a joke on me.
That's great.
Before any Mets lore.
It amazes me because when I watch my Padres...
1-2 to Drazga, and that just misses, and he's worked a 2-2 count now. Cardinals bench loves that. Go ahead.
It's always like 0-0. The minute I turn away, I take a shower, I eat something, and I'm not looking at the screen, The Padres score.
Well, even worse, I have David Peterson on my fantasy team, and he started last night for the Mets. So when I heard 8-0, I was like, oh my goodness, this is going to hurt me. 2-2 pitch, and that's upstairs. Droska's worked this count all the way from 0-2 back to 3-2. For his first start in the year, pretty good for him to work a full count. Droska wearing number 15, back from the right-hand side. Tiff sets. Here's the payoff pitch. That ball's hit in the air to the shortstop. On hop is Tilly. Throw to first base is in time for the putout, and that will retire the side. Cardinals get another 2 runs, though. 2 runs on only 1 hit. No errors, and no one left on base. 6-0 Lawrence. We head to the top of the 4th inning. It's Cardinals baseball on 107.7 The Bronx Retro, WRRC 2.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
We head to the top of the 4th inning here in Lawrenceville. The Cardinals have a 6-0 lead over the Trenton Tornadoes, trying to improve to 7-9 on the year as the Trenton Tornadoes look to still achieve their first win of the year. Coming in this game, they're at an 0-11 record. It'll be 4, 5, and 6 due up for the Tornadoes as they face off against Robert Kelly, who's been incredibly effective on the mound so far today. He came into this game with a 5.40 ERA. We'd never seen him start a game. This is his first start in his high school career, only a couple relief outings. And in those outings, Robert was incredibly effective. But today, it's been nothing short of that. 6 strikeouts through 3 innings. He got himself into a little bit of trouble in the 3rd, but was able to work out a 2-out, bases on 1st and 3rd jam.
Yeah, Kelly being incredibly effective as of today, really getting those nice outs early, but getting the strikeouts as well, really being aggressive in that strike zone.
And tasked to face Kelly here in the 4th first is John Rodriguez, the catcher, and he chops one on the ground to the 3rd baseman, Droska. He's up with it. Throw to first base, and that's in time. First defensive putout of the day, of the year for Daniel Droska at 3rd base. Bench loves that. And with a nice 5-3 putout, it's 1 up and 1 down for the Cardinals.
Keep the baseball, keep the baseball. That's one going onto the shelf for Droska. Really nice play. Actually made that look pretty easy. A nice little pick and throw over to the usual 3rd baseman, Willivier.
Javi Casadilla making Droska laugh over at 3rd base. You gotta love it. You gotta love it for these young guys. As you said, Dom, it's almost like a prospect game for us seeing the younger freshmen.
Yeah, when are we heading out there?
Kelly sets, in the first pitch to Gene Felix is lifted in the air to left field, and that's going to go out of play, a foul ball, 0-1. Felix is 0 for 1 on the day. He flew out to the right fielder, Drew Vendelicato. And as much as we're saying, it's a prospect game, we're seeing these freshmen get some playing time, they're already in this Cardinals' usual lineup. Robert Kelly on the mound, his battery mate, Kellen Moore, both freshmen. A 1 pitch to Felix, and that's in there for a strike, 0-2.
Ethan.
Yes, sir.
If you were giving 100 attempts to get a hit off Robert Kelly.
Well, here's the 0-2. That's fouled off out of play. So it remains 0-2. Yes, 100 attempts?
Yeah. You think you can get 1 hit?
No.
Me too. Okay.
And that's not an issue of Robert Kelly. That's an issue of being able to hit a ball.
I don't think I get 1 hit. I think I get 100. I'm kidding. Kelly's got his stuff going.
We'll see what he can do here. Here's an 0-2 to Gene Felix, the sophomore. Just got a piece of Owen at the plate. And it's 0-2. Gene Felix, a sophomore. Pretty evenly distributed Tornado group today. Few seniors, few juniors. Not that many freshmen on the varsity squad. And just like Felix, a few sophomores. Here's the 0-2. Swung on and missed. Got him on the beautiful changeup by Robert Kelly. That's his 7th strikeout of the day for Robert. And there's 2 away here in the 4th.
You might as well just paint that piece of paper yellow at this point. Really looking good. Robert Kelly getting those punchies too in the middle of the strike zone. He's not afraid to throw all speed and fool those tornado hitters.
So with 2 away in the 4th, Julian Heredia steps in. First baseman's 0 for 1 on the day. He already struck out once, and that first pitch is in their first strike. 0-1. Heredia Jr., he wears number 20. He's made some costly mistakes in the field today, or the people throwing to him have, as the 0-2 is fouled off behind home plate, so it's another 0-2 count for Kelly. Robert Kelly walks up on the top of the mound, adjusts his cap. He looks in at Kellen Moore. Glove set just in front of his chest. Kicks. Here's the 0-2 pitch. In the dirt. That one got away from Kellen Moore. Doesn't matter, though, with no one on base. And it's 1-2. Kelly returns back to the mound. Kicks up a little bit in front of the rubber. Working out of the full motion. Sets at the belt. Here's the 1-2. Went back down there again, but couldn't get Heredia to bite. And it's 2-2.
Lean him up.
So it'll be a 2-2 offering to Heredia. 6-0 Cardinals. 2 outs here at the top of the fourth. Here's the 2-2. That pitch is in there. Strike 3 called. 8th strikeout of the day for Robert Kelly. An unbelievable pitching performance. That's his first strikeout looking K of the day. And once again, the side is retired. No runs, no hits, no errors. No one left on base. We head to the bottom of the fourth inning. 6-0 Lawrence. It's Cardinals baseball on 107.7 The Bronx Retro. WRRC 2.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
The Cardinals lead 6-0 as we return here in the bottom of the fourth inning. It's Lawrence baseball on 107.7 The Bronx Retro. WRRC 2. Alongside Dom DeRosa, my name's Ethan Dewar. Our second to last broadcast of the year, Dom. What fun it's been. What a good time it's been.
You know,
But we are not done in the broadcast booth together.
we are not, but you want me to get tissues? Because, man, you are going to make me cry over here. That is sad. I felt like yesterday it was 40 degrees and we were working these games in mid-April, and now going into the last home game next week. It's unreal, and we have seen so much potential with both us as broadcasters as well as these Lawrence kids playing varsity baseball. It's been absolutely superb to witness everything that we have seen.
I feel grateful for this opportunity, and, who knows? We'll have to see where things go next year, but we might be slated to be back here.
I know. That would be awesome.
So with a 6-0 lead, it'll be 9-1-2 due up for the Cardinals. Javi Casadilla is the ninth batter for the Lawrence today in the lineup. He reached on a fielder's choice back in the second, and the first pitch from Tift is in there for a ball outside. So it's 1-0. Javi, who started out leading off for a couple games for the Cardinals this year, has made himself known in the bottom half of this order, and he hits that one on the ground to the third baseman, Tillery. He's up with it to his left, throws in time to first baseman Heredia, and there's one away here in the fourth.
Well, that wasn't a bad swing from Casadilla. A little bit late on that one and couldn't find a hole. But you know what? Batting ninth, you're going to try and get on base. You're not going to always be getting on base. But either way, you're passing that baton with less than any outs to Drew Delicato.
And Delicato's 0-for-2 on the day. He reached on an error, the costly throwing error by Jimenez, which allowed 2 runs to score. And he laces the first pitch past the diving Tillery and into left field for a base hit. Drew Delicato, that's his first hit of the ball game. And with 1 out here in the fourth, Cardinals get a base runner.
That was a beautiful sound right off the bat. I'm going to ask you a question.
Sure.
What do you like more? What do you prefer? A baseball getting cracked, whether it's wood or a metal bat, really good connection right there, or a catcher's mitt popping from receiving the baseball?
Oh, man. I think the bat.
Me too.
As Giovanni Brago fouls off the first pitch to him, and that's the first strike. Gio's 0-for-2 on the day. Like most of his teammates, though, he reached on an error back in the second inning. He grounded out to the shortstop in the first. Gio patrolling center field today. So we usually find him in right field or on the mound.
Yeah, we've seen Gio hit the mound a lot. You're right, in right field. But I think he's going to be getting that pitcher mound a lot more in future games.
Rodriguez took a moment to walk the ball back to Tift. 6-0 Lawrence. We're in the bottom of the fourth inning. Drew Delicato stands at first. There's 1 out in the inning. And it'll be an 0-1 delivery to Gio Brago, but first to throw over to first and not in time as Drew dives back in. Tom, let me ask you, what sound do you prefer?
You see, I have my catcher's mitt, and when you throw me absolute cheddar, I do like to hear that. But, I don't know. I would prefer a wooden bat.
Another throw over to first. Tift is easily very much concerned about Indelicato. It's not like his run matters that much, but
Of course.
with one out in the inning, I guess he is aware of the base runner.
I do not like the sound of metal bats, though. I'll be honest with you. I'm very picky with that.
Tift deals. Another pitch out. Here's a throw back to first base from the catcher, Rodriguez, but it's not in time. So it's 1-1 to Gio. Yes, Dom and I do throw. We play catch a little bit before these games, on occasion.
Yeah, it's great. Ethan's throwing me top 95. I just have to tell him, slow it down.
I wish. Indelicato's running, 1-1 pitch. He went on an off-speed pitch. Great call from the dugout. And Indelicato is safe at second base with a stolen base.
Look at Indelicato turning on the wheels.
Third stolen base of the game for Lawrence. And now with the runner in scoring position, Giovanni Brogo looks to get in an RBI.
One thing I'll be curious about with the Cardinals at the end of the season is how many stolen bags they have and how many they've been increasing every single game.
1-2 pitch is swung on a miss by Brogo. That's the second strikeout of the day. Fifth of the game for Tift. And with 2 in the inning and the runner in scoring position, that'll bring up Ryan Willivier.
Ethan, I'm actually curious because you're obviously keeping track on that scoreboard. So with a couple of errors and everything, I haven't tracked, despite being 6-0, how many earned runs has Tiff given up?
Give me a minute, Tom. I will calculate that for you, my friend.
I'm guessing for $5, I'm guessing 3. Take it or leave it.
First pitch to Willivier is in there for a ball taken inside. So it's 0-1. 1-0. Let me count it. I have to figure out who reached on an error and then who scored.
Yeah. I mean, don't sweat it. I mean, that is a lot of work. You can just give me the $5 now. So.
Indelicato at second. Willivier grounds out one to the second baseman. It's the shortstop, Tillery, who came all the way over past the right-handed bag. He's up with it, and the third to first is in time. Nice defensive play by Jermaine Tillery. And with the throw over to Herrera at first, that will retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left for Lawrence. They lead 6-0 though as we enter the 5th inning. It's Cardinals baseball on 107.7 The Bronx Red Show, WRRC 2.
Lawrence High School Baseball on 107.7 The Bronx is underwritten in part by Rider University. Explore what's possible. One thing we've learned from all the uncertainties this year is just how valuable a college education really is. It's a way to future-proof your career, and that's why at Rider University, we're lifting barriers to make a college education more affordable than ever. Starting in fall 2021, Rider University's cost of tuition for new students will be reduced by 22%. Plus, we're investing in resources that support student outcomes and are doubling down on the experiences most likely to lead to career success. Rider's career coaches are here to provide the guidance and resources you need to develop professionally, keep making progress toward your career goals, and prepare for life after graduation. Learn more about our Lifting Barriers initiative at rider.edu. That's rider.edu. Explore what's possible.
High school baseball is always a hit, and we're back with more Lawrence Cardinals baseball, brought to you by Rider University on 107.7 The Bronx Retro. Now let's get you back to our Bronx broadcasters for more of today's game.
It's Lawrence Cardinals baseball on 107.7 The Bronx Retro, WRC2. With a 6-0 lead, as much as the bats have been nice today for the Cardinals against this 0-11 Trenton Tornadoes team, Robert Kelly's been also very stellar on the mound. Hasn't allowed a run yet today. He's given up 2 hits. Only got into some trouble in the 3rd inning where he had runners at the corners with 2 outs in the inning. But thanks to a strikeout, he left them there. 8 strikeouts on the day so far. And as we begin the 5th inning, it'll be 7, 8, and 9. The bottom half of the Tornadoes order due up.
I'm curious to see how many pitches Kelly is out right now. We could see a possible complete game as we're in the top of the 5th, and Kelly's been getting those nice outs. The punchies have been rolling too, so Kelly could make double digits in that one easily.
Well, Christian Rivera is the first one to face Kelly here in the 5th, and he takes a ball in the dirt. So it's 1-0. Rivera has already been a strikeout victim by Kelly today. He struck out in the 2nd inning. Robert Kelly, here's a really important stat. 2, 1, 2, 3 innings on the day. You don't see that often in high school, so that gives you an idea of how he's been. 2-0 pitch is swung on a miss, so it's 1-1. Christian Rivera, the junior, he's playing third base today. That's where he usually finds himself defensively for the Tornadoes. He wears number 19, batting from the right-hand side. And here's the 1-1. And this is just outside. 2-1. Kelly adjusts his cap on the mound. Trying to get back in this count. Here's the 2-1. Swung on and missed. Got him with the changeup, and it's 2-2.
And now, you talked to Kelly before on what exact pitches he throws, correct, Ethan?
I did. He throws a fastball, changeup, curveball, and it seems like that changeup has really been the put-out pitch for him. But that time, it's the fastball. Rivera swings and misses. That's the 9th strikeout of the day for Robert Kelly. And there's one away here in the 5th. Wow.
Man, are we going over or under 14 at this point? Looking really sharp out there. Sharper than a pencil. You know, I haven't touched a pencil in so many years because everything's been typed. You know?
I transitioned to pen in college. First pitch to Gene Taylor is in their first strike, so it's 0-1. Number 6 versus number 6 between the mound and the pitching mound. And that ball's laced to the second baseman Rivera. It beats up Riley, though, on the hop. And that will surely be an error as Gene will reach first base. And with one out here in the 5th inning, Tornadoes get a base runner.
Yeah, it seems that could have been an error, yes. I think that is. But that ball might have ricocheted nastily off the dirt because it had it looked like it was just going to go right to Rivera, and it just went left on him. So, I don't know. That is an error, but the way Rivera played that, he's expecting it to go right to his glove, and that ball sliced awkwardly. So, it's interesting to see what the dirt can do.
Well, for Riley, too, the freshman second baseman, we've seen him at second base mostly all year, and he's been very solid out there defensively. It seems like that, I think, in the moments that play was happening in front of him, he maybe debated if he was going to play it on a hop or go for the one-handed snag.
Yeah.
Seems like he maybe went for it and just ate him up a little bit out there at second. So with the runner on first, here's the first pitch to David Funderburg, the designated hitter. And that pitch is taken up and away for a ball, 1-0. One 0 pitch is taken in the dirt, so it's 2-0. And I believe we actually have a pinch hitter. It's Elias Taylor. Elias's first pitching appearance of the day, coming off the bench. He wears number 5, batting from the right-hand side. 2-0 to Taylor, big hack there. And it'll be a 2-1 count. Six nothing Cardinals. We're in the top of the 5th inning. 2-1 pitch. Upstairs, and that's 3-1. And Robert Kelly, who hasn't walked anyone all day, looks down one ball from walking his first base runner of the day. One out in the inning. Gene Taylor leads from first. Elias Taylor takes the 3-1 pitch, taking all the way, and that's in their first strike, 3-2. Went back to the fastball on that one. And for the 4th time today, this will be a full count offering. The first 3 have alluded to a strikeout. So we'll see with the full count offering here what Kelly can do. He sets and deals. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. 4 for 4 on full count pitches, leading to a strikeout for Robert Kelly. His 10th K of the day. And just like that, there's 2 outs in the inning.
Wow, Robert Kelly getting those K's, matching the first letter of his last name, really putting it on board. He might have to go to Citi Field and see the K banner going. What is that called exactly again? When we see all the K's, you know? You might have to be putting them down.
First pitch to Jermaine Tillery with 2 outs and a runner on first in the inning. It's taken down and low for a ball, 1-0. Isn't that called the K count, Dom?
That is.
The K count.
Something you'll be getting if you hit the mound.
Kelly sets the 1-0 pitch, sweeping curveball. That's in their first strike, 1-1. Kelly's been great at getting that lower zone call today. Just dropping those curveballs right where they need to be. Right at the knees. Taylor leads from first, 2 away in the inning. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Fouled off behind home plate, another 1-2 count.
Another possible strikeout situation, too. What are we at? 9? 10?
We're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Ooh, double digits.
Jermaine Tillery, the right-handed batter, is 2 for 2 on the day. Kelly's got him in a 1-2 count, though. From the stretch, he kicks and deals curveball. Just fouled off. Thought he got another strikeout there, but he stays alive at the plate, and the count will remain at 1-2. Robert Kelly gets the ball from the home plate umpire. Returns to the mound. Kicks at the rubber a little bit with his right foot. Sets with his left, adjacent to the third base line. Working from the belt. He kicks and deals. The ball's chopped on the ground to the third baseman, Drozga. He's up with it on the hop. Long throw to first, and that will be in time, I believe. The umpire seemingly called him out. I believe we're going to have a debate about what the call is.
No, I've seen that he just beat it out.
I think he just beat it, so he's safe at first base. Nice hustle down the line by Jermaine Tillery to reach on the infield single. So a 1-2 count turns into an infield hit. Now there's runners at first and second, still with 2 outs, though, in the inning.
Yeah, the home plate umpire had to go out there for the one in the infield because they were a little crossed up on that one and just wanted to make sure that play was safe.
First pitch to Yasan Tift. The pitcher is lifted in the air, and Robert Kelly comes into foul territory to make the catch. He does it himself. How about that? No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, and 2 left on base. Stellar pitching performance through 5 innings so far for Robert Kelly today. We'll head to the bottom half of the inning. It's Lawrence Baseball on 107.7, the Bronx Retro, WRRC 2.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
We head to the bottom of the 5th inning here in Lawrenceville. Cardinals have a 6-0 lead over the Trenton Tornadoes. It's Cardinals baseball on 107.7, the Bronx Retro, WRRC 2. Yasan Tift, after making that last out at the plate, will return to the mound for his 5th inning of work. He's been effective today, just had some defensive issues behind him that has led to some Cardinals runs. Seeming like the pitching, though, is not as bad as the Trenton team seemingly coming into this game could have been. They've given up 155 runs and only have scored 20. 135 run differential.
Yeah, the Tornadoes have not played that bad today due to the fact that errors have really hurt them. You know what? Despite being 6-0, it does look like a large margin, but they have been playing exceptionally well for 5 innings through.
It'll be 4, 5, and 6 due up for the Cardinals here in the inning, as for the third time today, Robert Kelly will lead off for the Cardinals. Kelly's 1 for 2 on the day. He scored 2 runs as well. Robert batting out of the leadoff spot. First pitch is in the dirt for a ball, 1-0. Kelly reached on an error back in the second. Scored a run. Singleton scored a run in the third.
And you heard in the past inning, Kelly doing it all from the dugout, and he really is.
He's made 2 defensive put-out, 2 defensive catches today from the mound. I mean, he is a first baseman, so you can figure that. That ball's hit in the air to center field. Going back on his Felix. Back to the track. That's over his head. And that's going to go up against the wall. Kelly will dig around second. He will go all the way to third. The ball just comes back into the infield now. And standing at third base with a stand-up leadoff triple is Robert Kelly.
Unreal. And they're even saying in the dugout.
They're yelling it again. He does it all. It's true.
Yeah.
What a freshman to have on this squad. Unbelievable prowess. And from one freshman to another, Kellen Moore will step in. Kellen taps home plate, batting from the right-hand side. And yet again, we'll have another pinch runner. It's Ben Pollack again for Robert Kelly. It's the 3rd time today that Ben will run for him. Tiff sets and deals, and the first pitch of Kellen is taken in their first strike, and it's 0-1. Kellen's reached base and scored 2 runs today. He singled back in the second, was hit by a pitch, and scored in the third. One of those 2 runs that came across on those drop third strike calls. Big hack there by Kellen. He fouls it off behind home plate, so it's 0-2. Trenton Tornadoes trail 6-0 in this game. Head coach Paul Ash for Trenton, his 13th season leading the Tornadoes. Tiff sets. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Big swing and miss there by Kelly. Rodriguez makes the catch behind home plate, so no drop third strike. That's the sixth strikeout of the day for Yasan Tift. And with one away here in the inning, that'll bring up Alex Pascal. He's pinch hitting here for Riley Rivera. This might be the first time we've seen Alex bat this year.
Yeah, that is interesting to see. But, going back to that previous at-bat, Kellen Moore getting fooled in that curveball, which is tough to see. But still, you got to keep yourself pretty confident with a runner on third and one out. Let's see what Pascal's got in the batter's box.
So Alex Pascal, who we're used to seeing usually start on the mound and be designated hit for from head coach Andrew Scepter, will take the bat and play today. And now a balk is called by the field umpire. And just like that, Ben Pollack will jog on in to score. It's an RBI for Alex Pascal. Dugout loves it. Alex himself is laughing at the plate about it. So on the balk, Pollack comes in to score, representing Robert Kelly at third base. And it's 7-0 Lawrence.
It's amazing how we have seen that 3 to 4 times within the past 3 games and never in the past with anything.
That's the first balk we've seen this season to score a run.
Yeah.
So now with one run home, Alex Pascal takes the first pitch, up and away. 1-0. I wish I had Alex's at the plate stats on the year. I don't, though. I don't know if they exist.
Right?
Alex batting from the right-hand side. He throws right-handed, too. We're at number 17. He takes the 1-0 pitch down and away, 2-0. Alex, the senior, will continue his studies at Rutgers in the fall. It'll be a 2-0, and here it is. And that's downstairs, 3-0.
He's insane.
Look at that eye. Pascal's got it.
As much as the box score might tell differently, as the Cardinals lead 7-0, Tift has not issued a walk yet in this game.
Show him those muscles.
Tift sets, working out of the full motion. Leg kick and deals, and that's inside ball 4. First walk of the day, drawn by the Cardinals, and who else than Alex Pascal to do it? Pitcher turned pinch hitter. And with 1 run home and 1 out in the inning, Zach Berardi will be the batter, and I think we're going to get a pitching change here for Trent. We'll take a quick break. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. Cardinals lead 7-0. It's Lawrence Baseball on 107.7 The Bronx Retro, WRRC2.
Rider basketball and other programming on 107.7 The Bronx is underwritten in part by Mountain Dew.
Out here, we charge into the heartland with Mountain Dew. Out here, there's no rush hour, just the rush of flying wide open on glassy water at 5 a.m. with your first dew in hand. And there's no spin class, just bright green spinnerbait that ironically matches your second dew. Out here, we don't just play big buck hunt, we hunt actual big bucks. And out here, the best road is off-road, and the color of your truck is mud. Out here, it's dew.
Don't go anywhere. There's more Lawrence Cardinals High School Baseball on 107.7 The Bronx Retro, sponsored by Rider University's virtual open house. Now let's get back to the game.
Zach Berardi stands in, and the first pitch from Tift is fouled off behind home plate, 0-1. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. Lawrence Cardinals lead 7-0 against the Trenton Tornadoes, looking to improve to 7-9 on the year. Trenton still winless this year, 0-11. 1 run home in the inning, 1 out. And Alex Pascal walked. He's a pinch hitter here in the 5th. As Tift throws a strike in there, so it's 1-1 to Berardi. Zach Berardi getting his first start of the season for the varsity squad. He's had himself a pretty good day. 1 for 2 at the plate. He singled that scored a run. He reached on that. It was an infield single. Struck out and has an RBI unusually on that play, thanks to a drop third strike that brought a run home. 1-2 pitches hit in the air, and that's going to be down the line. Just foul. Lawrence bench wanted that one to go fair, and it's so nice to see that the Cardinals are so supportive of the younger guys who don't get as much playing time on the season.
Of course it is, You don't get that many at-bats until late into the season like right now, and you're still going to be cheering on from the dugout loud and proud.
So with Pascal at first, he's not leading that much at all. Tiff deals the 1-2 pitch. And a pitch at 2-2 to Berardi. Zach steps out, taps home plate once. Big upright batting stance for Berardi. Tiff long looking at his catcher Rodriguez. Pascal leads from first. It'll be a 1-2 pitch. Pascal's running, ball's in the dirt. No throw down to second. It's a stolen base for Alex Pascal. And yet again, the Cardinals have a runner in scoring position here in the 5th inning.
Yeah, look at the pitcher. Has to get arrested, Pascal, for straight up robbery. Got a really good lead on that one and getting a stolen bag.
So it'll be a full count to Berardi. And that ball is in the dirt. And now it's 3-2. Must have been wrong on the count there. My apologies.
Yeah, that's okay. We always have to try and keep track of it.
So Tift is in danger of working his second straight walk here in this 5th inning. Robert Kelly led off the inning with a triple. He came in to score on a balk, a strikeout, a walk, a stolen base. As it's arriving at this moment, it'll be a full count offering is Zach Berardi. Tiff sets at the belt, working from the stretch. Here's the payoff pitch. And that ball's in the dirt, ball forward. It's going to get away from Rodriguez. Pascal will advance to third easily. Makes a deep turn around third base, but we'll stop there. Second straight walk issued by Yvonne Tift. And now there's runners at the corners with one away here in the 5th inning.
Yeah, not bad at all. You could try and get some more damage being up 7-0. It would always be nice to get more runs for support.
And head coach Paul Ash will return to the mound here, and it seems like we might get a pitching change now. And I believe we will. We'll pause here in this 5th inning. It's Lawrence Cardinals baseball on 107.7 The Bronx Retro WRRC 2.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
We're back here in the bottom of the 5th inning as Daniel Draska takes a pitch up and away. Cardinals lead 7-0 here. It's Cardinals baseball on 107.7 The Bronx Retro WRRC2. We've had a pitching change. Jermaine Tillery has come in to pitch in relief from Trenton, and the 0-1 pitch is ripped in the air to center field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Alex Pascal comes in to score. Daniel Draska stands at first base with an RBI single. His first single and first RBI on the year for Daniel. And just like that, it's 8-0 Lawrence.
Keep that baseball. Way to put yourself on the board, Drostiga. Your first hit and your first ribby in the same at-bat. Looking really good, providing a little cushion for Lawrence. Up 8-0.
So up 8-0. We'll get Javi Casadilla batting now from the right-hand side. Switch hitter will bat from the right-hand side. Usually you see him bat lefty. I guess he's going to try batting from the right in this instance. Runners now at first and second. Berardi at second, Drozga at first. First pitch to Javi is taken down and away for a ball, 1-0. Cardinals putting in some, as Don would say, prospects for this team. And it's great to see. If Javi Casadilla can keep this inning, Matt DeMont would be next. Tillery, long looking at Rodriguez, the catcher. He sets and deals. That pitch is upstairs. 2-0 now to Casadilla. Defensively for the Tornadoes, Tift moved from the mound to second base. Jimenez moved from second base to shortstop because Jermaine Tillery, the shortstop, has come in on the mound. It'll be a 2-0 to Javi Casadilla. Runners at first and second. Here's the pitch. That ball's hit in the air to the right-hand side. That's going to get through for a base hit. Coming around third and coming in to score is Berardi. That run will score easily, and Daniel Draska is going to be on his way home. Here's a throw to the plate. It will be cut off. 2-run score. It's a 2 RBI single for Javi Casadilla. And the Cardinals have blown this one wide open. It's now 10-0, and I believe that's it. A walk-off win, mercy rule win for the Lawrence Cardinals. How about that, Dom? And in the bottom of this 5th inning, the Cardinals have put up 10 runs on the board, and they have scored enough to declare themselves the winner. Cardinals win.